More and more people are losing everything. I am seeing it on TikTok from genuine, normal people, creators. I'm seeing it in my community that I'm in. More and more people are losing everything, preparing to lose their homes, their vehicles, all this stuff. Now, let me remind you what I went through 9 months ago. I was forced out of my home, lost nearly all of my possessions in the dead of winter in January with my dog. And my dog and I had to sleep in two different vehicles, a U-Haul, a rental for a little while, and literally almost froze to death. Single digit weather. Okay, and then my dog and I, of course, have been in hotels for a few months now, and it's a struggle. It is stressful. It is not glamorous living in hotels, especially whenever people treat you not as a normal, customer. You're often treated as like a homeless person or like a problem, which is unfortunate. Sure, my platform has grown in the last few months, and I'm super grateful for that. Everyone who supports the services, my business, but it's still a struggle. I'm still $20 away or less from being homeless again and on the streets, right? The struggle is real. And I've been undergoing so much harassment, bullying online, a little bit offline as well. I mean, it's been a little wild. And now, again, I do want to recognize the support I've received and that I am receiving. Truly grateful for that, but it's also been, like I said, intense, and no support from my family. Largely, I had one stepsister who reached out, helped me one night a few months back with getting a room. Other than that, no family members have reached out to check up on me or to support me during these last 9 months. Now, that's understandable. As some of you know, my family stole my inheritance money. So I am looking to sue their asses for stealing my inheritance as soon as I can. But, they're not going to support me when they know they've done wrong by me. So that's also part of my drama. And it is sad and frustrating as a creator, as a human being, when everyone wants your time and energy, when so many people desire you for your beauty, for your time, your energy, your creativity, all this stuff, but then so many people also don't want to financially support, which you have to have that support in order to live, pay bills, So many people, and I've gone through this all my life. It's not just this period of my life. It's been a consistent issue where so many people want me, want my energy and time, but then also want to control me, essentially, right? It's like society and people and dark entities, they don't want me to rise too much or have too much influence and power, regardless that being part of my purpose. But it's been something, especially the last few months, to watch, witness, and I am truly sorry and empathize with people who are going through this, who are about to face the same trials and hardships that I faced in recent months. Just a few months ago, like I said, in January, 9 months ago, when I went through this, I was made fun of. I was kicked, basically, when I was in the dirt. People just said, oh, it's your fault, right? And now we're seeing mainstream news say, oh no, it's an economic issue. People are being forced out of their homes on purpose. Yeah, this is a problem. And now it's almost being normalized, which I'm glad. I'm glad that people are talking about this. I'm glad that this is coming into awareness, and maybe other people will get more support than what I got when I first started going through this. But it's ironic. It's a little depressing because of what I've had to go through. But I hope what I've gone through and what I've shared with you guys does inspire. I hope it inspires a movement where we see a lot more equality and people like myself actually being valued, and we see justice, and I speak that over us, justice and more support and more love. So I guess that's my piece on it right now. Cheers.